I thought you knew.
That you were alive? Yes, I heard. It's just a little different to turn around and see you standing in my kitchen. Well, please come in. It's awfully hot outside. God, you look fabulous.
Well, compared to a corpse. It's been quite an experience coming back from the dead. We'll have to compare notes sometime. I haven't frightened you, have I?
No, it's just that, well, you know, the last time I saw you, we were on the parapet.
Ugh, don't go to those memories. I know that you had nothing to do with what happened. I'm not blaming you for the fall or anything else. I know that you came to Windermere that night because of Nikolas.
So then you know that Nikolas had been to see me in North Carolina.
I read the trial coverage in the paper. After the fact, of course.
Catherine, the only reason I went to the ball that night was to make sure that Nikolas was all right.
I know. And I admire the bridge that you have built to your son. I hope nothing ever shakes that.
You know, Catherine, you know, it's actually difficult for me to remember what happened that night. I mean, I can only imagine what it must be like for you. I mean, first finding me in your bedroom without any warning, and then what we talked about, and then out on the parapet. I read the newspaper account of what you said in court. You mentioned something about your memory being a little hazy around the fall. Well, you know, I just want you to know that should you remember anything that troubles you, I would be happy to help you with it.
You know, I do remember one moment. During the fall, my body weightless and my mind thought, oh dear, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. So I think I might have a look around town, see what's new since I died.
You know, there are some people who think that she orchestrated the whole thing to get Stefan out of the way by framing him for your murder.
Helena didn't loosen that railing.
Maybe not personally.
Not even indirectly. Think about it, Laura. It doesn't make any sense. If Helena hadn't taken drastic measures to get me out of the hospital, I would have died. Why would she plot to kill me, come so close, and turn around and save my life?
You know, I learned a long time ago that one of the ways that evil works is to confuse, and I can assure you, Helena Cassadine is evil. Right now, she's seducing you. She's only letting you see what she wants you to see. But there will come a time when you wake up in the center of a minefield, and you won't know which way to turn.
You and Stefan should get together. You know, in some cultures, if a person saves your life, they own it. I understand from Helena that Luke is away. You must miss him. When you speak to him, will you please give him my best? I heard he came to my memorial service. That was so nice of him. I hope he comes back soon. Goodbye.
Hello, Mrs. Lansbury. This is Laura Spencer. Is Stefan there, please? Will you please tell him that I called and to call me back as soon as possible? It's very important. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I know it wasn't your first choice.
Well, with Helena out on bail, I thought a visit might be a little safer than a phone call. Where is Nikolas?
Well, he's in the study with his tutor. He can't hear us. Though, if you'd prefer more privacy. I am sorry if recent developments with Helena and Catherine have so aroused your fears.
I'm not frightened for myself. I am frightened for our son.
Well, you needn't be. I continue to take the necessary precautions to protect Nikolas. Helena is watched more closely than she knows. And quite frankly, Catherine has no heart for violence.
The one that you knew didn't, but the one saved by Helena trusts her so-called rescuer completely. She made that very clear when she visited me.
Well, I wouldn't read too much into that. Even the old Catherine wasn't above saying things for effect.
I think she meant it, Stefan. And it was as good as a warning. Catherine is now Helena's to use as she sees fit. I know your mother. She's already got something in mind.
There is no denying it. Some bizarre bond now exists between Catherine and my mother. Catherine seems quite altered by it.
How did your first meeting with her go?
Well, she was rather unpleasant. To me. With Nikolas, she was as affectionate as ever. I doubt she remembers anything from the moments just before she fell, including any conclusions she may have drawn about us.
I'm not so certain about that. I asked her what she remembered about that night, and she evaded my questions as smoothly as Helena might. If she remembers that you are Nikolas's father, that means that Helena knows. And if that's true, then Nikolas could be in terrible, terrible danger.
Masha, I am almost certain Helena knows nothing. If she did, she would have raised the issue or moved against Nikolas by now.
Well, then, what's your take on this? Is Catherine just bluffing?
She's been hurt. She probably wants to hurt me back. Helena is poised to take advantage of that.
I'm sorry. It must be a bitter irony for you.
It is difficult. The woman I was going to marry knew I would never hurt her. I have no wish to be at war with Catherine. But if I am, I will win.
Catherine swears that she bears no grudge against me. Should I take that at face value?
Perhaps she realizes she can't blame you for the things I left unsaid. I never told Catherine I loved her. The night of the ball, she found out why. I think a woman knows when she's loved, without the words.
I'm sure that Catherine knew how you felt.
I will see to it that no one harms our son. Not Helena, not anyone. So please don't let this latest skirmish in the family wars discourage you from spending time here with Nikolas.
Oh, this is a surprise?
Well, a pleasant one, I hope.
Yeah. For you.
Good. It's nice to see you. I'm glad I had a chance to say hello before I left.
Where's,
She's home.
Uncle, convince her to stay a while.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble doing that. The Cassidines are not completely without charm. I, on the other hand, have business in town. Good morning. Thank you.
Wow. Seeing Catherine alive is just... There's really no other word for it. It's a miracle.
I know you were pretty close to her.
I was. But it's different now. Especially between her and my uncle. I mean, I'm sure that he still loves her. But what she felt for him is just gone.
Nikolas, I think a lot of things have changed for her.
Yeah. She had nothing but kind words for you, though, about your testimony at the trial. Which reminds me, I never got a chance to tell you what that meant to me.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I do. I just don't know how. I could say that I'm grateful for my uncle's freedom, but it goes much deeper than that. For the first time in my life, you put what I needed ahead of
my other family.
Look, I don't want to compete with Lucky, okay?
I know.
I'm not some jealous little kid who counts how many cookies his brother gets.
I know. I don't think of you that way.
I hope that you don't.
I don't.
And I'm so sorry that your testimony made trouble for you at home.
Thank you.
But you didn't just help my uncle. You helped me too.
How?
Gave me a mother. One that comes when you need her.
I love you, Nikolas.
I know.
Wow. Come in. I've been waiting for you. Well, can I get you something? Coffee? Tea? My strategy for your downfall.
Well, that would be a poor use of my time, as your plots always fail, often tragically. And I don't want Catherine around you when that happens. She has been hurt enough.
Not by me. The poor dear. But for my intervention, she would be dead.
Whether that be true or not, it gives you no rights to her. Whatever hold you have on Catherine, let go. She is as entitled to her freedom as she is to her life.
My God is outside this cabin. Go!
Not without Catherine.
Then, by all means, find Catherine. Offer to save her from me. She'll laugh at you even harder than I do. Catherine has become the daughter I never had, and even more mine than you ever were.
That's from me. That's from your sister.
Thank you. That reminds me, my sister, I promised Lulu a walk on the beach.
Oh.
I mean, if the weather's okay for it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Which, have you noticed how beautiful it is today?
You really do have Stefan's knack for subtlety, don't you?
Could you bring Lulu back? I mean, I could carry her home if the day wears her out.
You know what? I think I can. Let me just go home. I have to run a couple of errands, and then I'll come right back.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
We're all prisoners of our obsessions, Mother. Yours is your need to control. Now, your prodigy are free of your clutches. I'm not surprised you're looking for a surrogate child to overpower. But do not use Catherine. Do not try to manipulate her to your ends.
Why not? That's what you always did.
Do you know that she used death threats to compel Alexis to give you that first dress? And then she had her manipulate you into giving me the bench. Helena herself sent that trunk. You knew that. Now, how can you be blind to that? How can you allow her to use you as a pawn?
While you were slipping Laura's ring on my finger, all the while lying to me about how old it was, I don't recall Helena standing there with a gun to your head. Are you saying that she forced you to do that, or to give me Laura's ball gown and insist that I wear it? While you see Helena manipulating me, I see her testing you. And thank God she did, because you failed miserably.
You're wrong. We can't do this here, Catherine. Please, come with me. We need some time together, just the two of us.
Laura, hi, come in, please. How's life?
Estranged. But knowing you, you know that already.
I hear things.
You don't believe them all, I hope.
Are you kidding? Please, sit down.
Thanks. So what are you doing back here?
Well, something happened to Robin, and, well, I didn't like the way it was handled, so I took the job. What can I do for you?
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on your marriage. It's about time.
Thank you.
I have a favor to ask. You know, Luke left town right after I testified for Stefan in the trial. And, well, I was just wondering that, you know, if you heard anything about him, anything at all, I would really appreciate a call.
I can junk something into the central computer that'll latch onto his name should it surface anywhere. If I get a bite, I'll let you know.
Thank you. And thanks for not asking any questions. Listen, while I'm on a roll here, there's one more thing. I'm a little concerned that somebody might think that Lucky is a runaway, and I just want you and your people to know that I'm aware he's living on his own right now, and it is something that he needs to do, so I'm willing to leave the situation as it is for now. But if he were to get in trouble, I mean, I would certainly want to be contacted.
Well, Luke came by a couple months ago and made the same request. Is there anything else?
No.
So, how are you? Honestly.
I've been better. I've been worse. I've been dead. I think a little thing like missing my family wouldn't bother me so much.
One of the most painful things that ever happens to you, huh?
Tony, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Look, if you want to see me, you can make an appointment.
No, it's okay. I was just on my way out. Wow. It's been too long.
Yes, it has. Let's see, since the last time we saw each other, I've lost my reputation, my career, the dexterity in my hand to perform surgery, and a child that I thought was my own, and Mac, what else was it? Oh, the right in the eyes of the law to see my son.
Oh, look, two of my favorite people.
I asked her to be here. She's my friend, too. And I don't want to lose her any more than I want to lose you. And I'm tired of being stuck in the middle.
Well, you should have said no when I asked you to come down.
You know, I really think that I should be going.
No, Laura, you're a mother. No one would argue that you would move heaven and earth to make your kids safe. So could you just give me a little perspective here on Bobby slamming me with a protection order that says I can't communicate with my son and encourages him to forget that I even exist?
Oh, this should be good.
Well, all prejudice aside, I think that the problems between the parents shouldn't be thrown upon the kids.
Thank you.
I guess that explains why you have such a good relationship with both of your sons.
You know something? No, I really do have to go. Tony, it was nice to see you again. Why don't you come by the house sometime so we can catch up?
Thank you, I will.
Bye.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, start on the first page, please.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
How old are you there?
There, I'm about 11. Yeah, 11.
What were you doing?
You know there's about 1 million of these in here. We can't look at every one of them.
Well, we can start, can't we? So what were you doing?
Uncle was teaching me how to dive.
From there?
Well, he wanted me to learn how to test my eye, my courage, and my strength, I think it was.
Oh, my God. Were you ever hurt?
You're such a mother.
That one I know is not you. Stefan used to like to dive, too, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a great picture.
Thank you.
You?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm impressed. I remember that place.
The wild garden.
Just down from the cliffs, right? It's all protected.
Protected and ignored.
Nikolas? Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Leslie Lou. The launch pilot told me you were here.
Laura said that she would bring her back, and she did, so, yeah.
So I see.
And I think we should probably be going now, so how about if we pack up our crayons and we catch a boat?
No, I'm afraid I sent the captain on an assignment.
You should stay for dinner. We insist, right?
Yes. Yes, unless you have other plans.
Well, no, we don't.
Well, then it's settled. I'll alert Mrs. Lansbury.
No, I already did. We were just looking at
pictures
photographs.
of...
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Lulu, look how silly your brother was.
Now, you said you wouldn't laugh. That goes for you, too.
We're not laughing, are we? But it is silly.
Mrs. Lansbury?
Nikolas, do not shout.
Did Catherine let on that she and Helena knew anything?
About Nikolas? She did say that she was moving forward, armed with the truth. A weapon she picked up on the parapet that night.
Okay, we got the right tape. And someone is making a surprise dinner for you. Mrs. Lansbury, yes. Look at that. Uncle Stefan almost smiled.
Beg your pardon? There you go. It pleases me to see you happy.
Yeah, well, I am.
Nikolas, I need to warn you about Catherine. I have spoken to her again, and she is still not open to me. She continues to be unduly swayed by Helena. I want you to keep that in mind when you see her.
I will. Lulu, pick out a crayon. I want you to put a date on my portrait, okay?
She can sign her name, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, right.
This can be useful.
My thoughts exactly.
How did the move into the Quartermain mansion go?
Like clockwork. I'm still surprised how easily it went.
I told you that Edward would ask you to move in.
Yes, you did. But so quickly. Oh, I wish you could have seen the look on the family's faces.
The Quartermains will be important allies against Stefan all that much sooner. Oh, I am dying to drop in on Edward.
That's just the beginning.
Stop fooling around with my help.
Who's she talking to?
If I order a BLT, can you keep her from putting it on whole wheat and smothering it with mayo?
Well, if I don't tell her it's for you.
You know, she needs to make up her mind if she want to fatten me up or starve me back home.
You know, I am seeing progress. Last week when you were in here, her eyes got all narrow and she said, he's eating somewhere. Hey.
Hey, what? You know, on the other hand, it's not too late for breakfast. Do you think she'd Let me have blueberry pancakes, or does it have to be whole wheat?
I got you.
There was a spider on your back.
Oh, sure,
no, I'm
a likely
serious. Look,
story.
It's filling up your hair now. Oh, no, that's not good.
Brat.
Lulu, where did you come from?
She's gonna spend a little time with Aunt Ruby while I run some errands. Hi, Liz.
Hey, it's good to see you.
You too.
Excuse me for a minute.
Lulu, you know what? Will you carry that inside for Liz?
Thank you. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thanks.
Come on. Hey.
At the risk of sounding like a mother, shouldn't you be in school right now?
Half day. Gotta love September. They ease you into it.
September does seem to be agreeing with you. Miss Franklin hasn't retired yet.
You had her too?
Oh, yes. I liked her. But then again, I would like anybody who passed me. So who do you have for English?
Mrs. Brunell. She's new. Red hair, but she seems okay.
Lucky, please come home. Look, I don't want to antagonize you. You know, being able to sit here with you and talk about school, your teachers, and, you know, whatever else pops into our heads, it means everything in the world to me. But I'm scared. I wake up in the middle of the night and I check the thermometer. It's dipped down below 45 degrees the past 2 nights in a row. You need a roof over your head. You know, a warm bed to sleep in and a few hot meals, a place to do your homework. I mean, can we try it? At least? I mean, obviously you don't have to worry about the friction between you and your father right now, for the time being anyway. You could pay rent, make you feel better. I'm alienating you. I hate that. I just couldn't help myself. I had to say something. I'm sorry.
No. You know, you're not alienating me. But I'm fine. Mom, can I tell you something? Can you try to really hear it? I mean, hear it the way I mean it.
I'll try.
I'm okay. I have a job, little money coming in. I have places where I can eat, places where I can wash my clothes. I have a place to shower and brush my teeth. I go to school with nobody yelling at me to go. And I'm not walking around outraged all the time. You and Dad aren't who I thought you were. That's a fact. There's no getting around that. But my guts aren't churning over it around the clock.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
And I'm not so outraged. Or I'm not on guard with myself anymore. Whatever you and Dad did, I'm not doomed. I don't have to repeat it, or make up for it, or even understand it. See, I was putting that weight on me, but no more.
Wow. A lot's changed.
Not really. Just the way I think about it.
That's the biggest change of all. And it's the hardest one to make.
Where'd Lucky go?
I don't know. I guess, you know, we had a nice talk with each other, and he maybe just didn't want to push his luck.
Oh, Ruby's showing off Leslie Lou to everybody in the place.
Great. You look wonderful.
Thanks. I think I finally stopped feeling like a freak. Something else has taken the place of being the most important thing in my life. And I am so happy.
So am I.
Thank you. For what?
For watching Leslie Lou so that I could talk to my son.
Anytime.
Okay.